Well. We're back for a wedding week.
You guys were all in the same theme this week. All the questions, everything were all about like getting into wedding season.
So we were like,
We'll make it themed.
It's approaching, and let's just make it.
We love a good theme episode.
theme episode.
And we love a wedding.
Oh, we love a wedding.
I mean, doesn't get better than that. Like wedding season, I feel like once wedding season gets underway, it's just you sort of like get on the train and you're like, I know what I'm wearing to this, and this. I'm gonna make sure that they're getting that catering from this, but like you're in the zone.
I have not been to a wedding in a while. I'm in a wedding this September, which I'm very excited about.
That I got invited to.
Wedding time. Lee and I are the kind of people, you're at a wedding and we're on the dance floor. Dance the night away. We're just dancing, woo. Like we will be on the dance floor. YMCA.
And we also will be spending a great deal of time like at the cake station.
Yes.
You know, like you go to any party and there's like there are the people who are hanging out like in the middle of the room. There are the people who are hanging out on the couch or whatever. And then there are the people who must babysit any food in the room. That's me. That's us.
Yeah.
Like if there is a table of
food,
snacks, of cake, of anything, like I'm going to be leaning up against that table and guarding it all night.
Truly, like weddings and influencer events, like Lee and I, we find our way over to the food table and we just park it. Or if it's like a little past hors d'oeuvre situation, we're like, kitchen's this way. And we stand close and they're like, oh, a new tray. No
joke. That was one of the best hacks that we came up with at one of like the most recent parties we went to, like events that we were invited to. We found out where all the food was coming from like this little passageway.
Yes.
And we parked it at this table that was right next to it. And the minute they would come out, little canapes would be like, oop, little pizza slices, little refill of the cocktails.
And the food was good.
It was great. And we were close by the whole night.
Close by what?
It was amazing.
More burgers? Well, I mean, I guess we can have another one. Well, I hope you noticed, or maybe some of you didn't notice, we switched sides to be extra confusing the past few episodes.
Who am I?
Oh, I almost saying it. Who am I? Sorry, I don't know this. My brain just recently, whenever I hear anything that could be a
Sarah's
song.
I sometimes do have those days where any line that somebody says, I'm like, ooh, I could sing the song that is associated with or whatever.
But Leah.
This is now me.
Sarah. For those of our visual watchers, on our YouTubers.
I'm sitting, let's see, from your perspective, on the left.
Yes.
Leah's on the left.
Sarah on the right.
Generally, growing up, that was something that we would do as a tactic. It was always like, Leah on the left. Get Leah on the left.
That's what Mama Scoop would do too. If we had like snack or drink, she'd be like, Leah's on the left, Sarah's on the right.
Yep. Easy peasy. Good way to know.
And now you know too. Let's see if we change it up again next week, just to keep you on your toes. Like, you could guess at the end who's on what side.
We need to bring back on Instagram where people vote and guess who's who. It's been a while since we've done that.
It has been a while. We like that. For a while, whenever we'd put our hair back, it would always end up being like 50-50.
With our hair down, I think it's a little easier to tell.
Yeah,
but
with our hair up, people were always like, throw on some sunglasses, and then that's really confusing. I don't even know
at that point.
All right. Well, twins and outs.
Yeah, you can go first this week since I did it last week.
My in of the week. I literally just told you what it was, and I remember.
You came back.
I got so distracted going from weddings to who's on what side. Yeah, okay. My in of the week is trivia. A little Wednesday night trivia.
Oh, we love trivia.
So before Andrew and I moved to New York, we would do trivia like every week.
Creston Brewing, right?
Yeah, which they're closed now.
Yeah. Are you serious?
They're closed.
No. Oh, that place was such a vibe.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know. So
you didn't tell me.
I know. I just recently found out.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. They switched like management and they just couldn't tell.
Oh, bummer. Or as Sarah and I'd say, bummo.
Yeah. Bummo.
Bummo.
Another one. But
that's a major bummo. Dang. But you found a new place.
Okay. So it's kind of hard to find trivia we've experimented with a few places in New York. I like a trivia spot that doesn't do it on your phone.
I mean, you can't use your phone with trivia.
So I went to one place that like you sign up and you have to answer all the questions on your phone.
oh,
And it has
that's
like
different.
a countdown where it was like, you know, you're trying to think of the answer and it's literally like, you only have until this bar hits the left. And I was like, this
That's
is stressful.
stressful.
This is stressful. This is not what I wanted from trivia. And I'm also like, I want an excuse to like try and not be on my phone. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's like a nice little break. Like you're forced
Yeah.
into it.
So I was not about the trivia on my phone. And then there's a lot of places that are only like they're late. The trivia's late, like starts at 8. Super late.
that doesn't coincide with old lady bedtime.
No, that does not coincide
Like
with
that
old lady
9
bedtime.
p.m.
I'm
I
like,
need to be kind of
Sir, I still serve a
getting
teacher
into the
bedtime. Yeah,
10 o'clock. I'm asleep.
yeah. Andrew's at least like
I
clocking
can't
it.
be
He's
I
like,
can't be answering some grab bag questions about
Yeah.
American history.
No,
My brain is not working
And you're
out.
like, I've been waiting 10 minutes for the answers. It's 10:15, sir. Like,
Let's get this ball rolling. I need to know if I won the $10 gift card.
yeah. So that ruled out a lot of spots. There's also a lot of places that are only like alcohol, and usually
Only alcohol?
Like they don't have
That sounds
food,
fun.
just at bar. Well, not so fun if you haven't had time to have dinner yet.
Okay.
And then because
I'm like, ooh, only alcohol. Let's do it.
I want a place that I can get food or at least a snacky, and maybe
Also
a
a Sarah
drinky.
term.
Snacky.
Snacky and a drinky.
So, and I'm not a big drinker, so I would prefer to have like a bowl of fries in front of me and a glass
Ooh.
of water and just like
Yeah, fries always take precedence over
I need a nibble.
even a good drink
I need
like
a
fries.
nibble while I'm thinking
Fries.
about these questions. So
It helps the brain chemistry.
yes, it does. Yeah, a little
Wait,
food for thought.
In elementary. Nice. We had a teacher in elementary school who said they had done some study and like associating a flavor with a test helped you do better. So we would do
my
like
God, I
we
totally
would
forgot
do
about
like a
this.
review question and he'd give us like a little mint candy and then we'd do the test and he'd give us a mint candy and we were down for that
we were
candy.
like, "You're gonna give me candy while I take a test?" Absolutely.
I'm like, yes, I will perform better for that candy.
That's so funny. I have not thought about that in forever. Wow, I didn't know that memory was in my brain. But thank you for surfacing.
I
that for me.
remembered it for you. That's the benefit of having a twin.
Yeah. So I need a little snacky while I'm doing trivia.
And the place you found clearly does that.
Yeah. So we had gone to this one place where the food was like awful. And I was like, ugh, it was really bad. So then we go to the Wolf on the Upper West Side,
Okay.
like usually every other week. And the last couple of times we have placed in the top 7.
7 teams.
No, yeah, top 7. Not 17. 7 teams, which you're like, that doesn't count. But some of those
Okay.
New York trivia people are
Ruthless.
like, we're like a group of 3 to 4. Some of these people have like 6, 7. And I'm like, I do not know this. But we've lucked out a few times, like a full round of one was all food terms. And I was
Ooh,
like,
got that one.
Blanche, Julianne, sous vide. Like I was, no, I'm not kidding. That was one of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like tailored to me. And then they usually have a song round. And like I've
Wow.
lucked out. And
you were
it'll
in
be
your
like,
prime.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, like I'm not top 3 material right now.
Okay, but
Maybe
top
someday.
7. Maybe in a couple months, top
Yeah,
5.
like doing better than I thought. So like halfway there. So trivia, it's really fun. We go with some of our friends that are
I love
they
trivia.
live on the Upper West Side, so then it's just like a friend hangout, and they have amazing truffle fries. Like
say less.
these fries are, and they come with like a dipping sauce. Oh my gosh, like an aioli. It was so
The
good.
place
So-
the place Colin and I go to trivia is Fussy Coffee in New Haven. They do like an early Sunday one, like 6 o'clock.
Oh, love
Also, they
that.
do Belgian fries, so it's like a huge like mixing bowl full of fries for like $6.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is bad. I'm PMSing and like talking about fries.
But yeah, I think I suddenly became hungry. How did this happen? But it's all Yale students, and you've never felt more stupid in your whole life.
the students know all the answers.
Oh my god! Name some obscure poetry, some
Oh my
the
gosh.
history. Like
Really?
they know all this stuff, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I went to Yale for music. I did not have to know any of these facts.
Wow.
So great fries, and you will also be humbled.
At least you have some yummy fries to eat. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. I mean,
I don't
Yeah.
usually care. Like I'm more there for the experience of like hanging out.
and testing your knowledge a little bit, and
I don't necessarily even care like if I'm gonna win or anything. I like to know more than like one answer. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say I like to know more than most people.
no, but like I never know the sports answers ever.
No,
They're like, who won the 1997 champion? And I'm like, I couldn't even.
I usher those questions on over to Colin. I'm just like, and take it away, sir.
Andrew also has Zippo
That
idea,
is-
and it's just like we just look at each other. We're like, if my life depended on this, I could not even
Hashtag
come up
sports.
with
Not
a
gonna do it.
reasonable guess. So,
Well, I'm glad you found a good trivia spot, though.
Yeah, so
I want to go.
I know that means you have to come and
Stay over.
come on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah, twist my arm.
Yeah. All right, what's your in?
Okay, so my in is I feel like very like Leah homemaker by saying this, but it's my little vegetable garden.
Oh, look at you little wholesome
just-
gardener. You.
I just want to like make my sourdough bread, go outside and pick a head of lettuce that I've grown and just like live on that. Like
love
live off the land. I just want to live off the land.
So I always wonder, like, growing tomatoes and such, you get a lot. You know, people always grow cucumbers or zucchini, and they're like practically trying to give them away.
Yeah, especially like when they're in their peak season.
But lettuce, that's like one meal. Like you grow a head of lettuce, and that's it, right?
I guess this is my first
Are you gonna do lettuce?
this is my
you said?
first grow around.
grow around.
So yeah, I don't know how fast it will I don't know anything about gardening. This is my first chance. This is my first opportunity.
Well, you need to water it consistently. That's step number
I
one.
think I got that part.
Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure?
I mean, I learned by killing a couple plants that I need to
Okay.
water them, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, like I just feel it's so nice to have something to just water and take care of. And just like I don't know, somehow it makes it maybe this is how people feel with kids. They're like, it's so beautiful to watch them grow. But I'm just saying that about my plants is that I'm like, look, that leaf is like a centimeter bigger than it was before. Anytime I'm out of town for a week or so, I come back and I'm like, oh, there's a new shoot. Like there's a new leaf, I'm just
my
noticing all the
gosh.
differences. So yeah, I'm loving my little vegetable garden.
Little green thumb girl summer.
And I swear, like the summer, it just feels like you're in a different time zone. Like time goes by so much slower. I feel like I'm so much more in the moment, and gardening like really helps with that. Even
I see that. I feel
I'm
that.
not. I wouldn't say I'm like I don't excel at gardening or like taking care of the lawn.
Well, you
but,
haven't
like,
done it yet.
I mean, I'm excelling so far. Okay,
Let's see. We'll decide when you hand me a head of lettuce. We'll decide what kind if you're a good gardener.
Okay,
or
deal.
not.
Okay, deal. Yeah,
I'm sure Colin will help you with
it's
that.
been a week of like great ins. It just feels like
yeah.
Summer's
On the way. Like it's nice weather.
Things are
It's
looking
been like
up.
70s. We're in May.
so nice. Like it just I feel it. I feel the summer vibes.
Yeah.
But then once you're out, let's bring things down. Let's bring it back to reality. What's the out?
My out is like how expensive groceries have been.
Well, especially you're in like the major city for that. Anything is much more expensive.
So I think it's mostly because, like, come this time of year, I want so many berries. Like, I want to eat like a
Yes, dude.
giant bowl of berries. And in Michigan, sometimes it would go to like the berry,
like pick your own.
pick your own, and just like all the berries.
Endless
you know what I mean?
loads.
Just
Yeah.
endless. Sometimes like I remember at Meijer, sometimes they'd have like the $1 berries, and I'd be like, all right, we getting 5 things of blueberries. Like just go all out. But
I went to get blueberries this weekend. It was $8.
$8? Yeah, that's like
$8.
so in New York, berries are for some reason so expensive at the grocery store, but like produce and berries, there's all these like corner fruit vendors.
This is
If you're not from New York, or maybe if you have been in New York, I feel like it's more like uptown.
it's more in the like the neighborhoody
not
areas.
so much like if you're visiting
not
and you're
midtown.
like Times Square.
you ain't gonna see them.
No. Like you might see people selling cups of fruit, like sliced watermelon
Or like nuts or stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
there's like fruit
Vendors.
vendors where it literally looks like the fruit section of a grocery store, just on the corner.
it's like a little cart kiosk.
cart kiosk. Any Gilmore Girl, our Gilmore Girl fans are gonna cart kiosk. But so when we moved, we were like, oh, there's like all these fruit stands. Like this is kind of cool. But we were like, do people actually get fruit here. So we did some research, and I could be wrong. So if anybody's like super factual about these things, like shoot us a DM. But from what I heard, like fruit is one of the highest, like obviously perishable, but it's one of the like produce categories or food categories that has the most waste.
Probably because it's like it's ripe and then all of a sudden it's bad.
It's got such a short lifespan. So like all these fruit and vegetable wholesalers, like these corner fruit and veggie vendors, they'll go from these wholesalers, buy stuff that's like, and they'll sell it to them for cheap because it's usually what's like ripe.
Okay.
Like ready now.
So they know like by tomorrow, like 2 days from now, it's not going to be good anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So they give it to them at cheaper and then they sell it to you for cheap. So like example, I can get, like you were saying, blueberries, $8, $7. I can get usually blueberries for like $2
For like a big thing.
for like a big thing. Strawberries like $2 to $3. Often they'll even have like organic ones. I mean, I'll get this for asparagus too.
Oh my God.
Literally, no joke. Leah is obsessed with the New York fruit vendors that she even. I'll be like, okay, like I'll see you in an hour. Like I'm hopping on the train.
I'm like, can you please check and see if they have blueberries and asparagus?
Can you get me some of that stuff? So I will literally take the train to Leah, and I will have like blueberries. I'll have peppers. I'll have asparagus. It was like two
heads of
three.
asparagus for $3.
2 for $3. Does this officially make me old that I'm like excited? I'm like, I got 2 for $3.
We're like the people who are like, I saw 2 cardinals in my yard today. Instead, we're like, you know how cheap I
You know
can
what
get my
I saw?
berries?
2 for $3 asparagus
Yes,
out in the wild. That
exactly.
is something. So, so if you are visiting New York, highly recommend going to
like-
the corner fruit vendors.
Like above what, 60th or something?
Yeah, because the park starts at 59th. So I would say if you get, on either
Upper
side of
East, Upper
Central
West side,
Park,
yeah.
you're going to see fruit vendors every few blocks. It's a great way to like get a snack, a little fruit snack, a little. But that's
love
what I do
them.
for pretty much all my fruit and vegetables because sometimes they're really expensive at the store, especially berries and watermelon. Oh, we're entering watermelon season.
my
And
God.
usually it's way cheaper there. Like at the grocery store, it'll be like $10 watermelon. I'm like, sir, I need watermelon in my life, but I cannot pay $10.
Oh my God, I know.
So the fruit vendors, and they'll do like mango. Oh my gosh, sometimes it's like 2 for $1 mango.
It can be so cheap. Or it's
So-
like, 10 lemons for $1.
So cheap.
Like if you're making lemonade or doing drinks or something
Yeah.
like that.
So that's my jam. Like the
So your
fruit-
out causes the in.
Yeah, my out is kind of in like bye expensive prices. Hello, fruit vendors.
I love those fruit vendors, man. This is so
and like
nice.
some of them are cash, some of them are like you can Venmo.
And now your sister is a vegetable vendor with her garden.
Hey, you're
so
gonna need to start a little fruit stand
at the end of the season,
cart kiosk.
I'll be like, take the zucchini. Take it. I can't make any more zucchini bread. I swear to God.
yeah, you're gonna be handing them
Ooh,
off.
I made some like excellent Greek meatballs that had like grated zucchini and stuff, which I'm mentally telling myself, remember when you have so many zucchini to do this recipe.
That's a good idea.
So good. And zucchini bread, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to know you're out now.
Yeah, my out, let's say, I think my out is going to be packing
Packing.
because, okay, I'm going to Mexico
Oh, I wish I could go with you.
and, yeah,
The price you have to pay for going on a fun trip.
is
I
packing.
mean, it's a performance. It's a job.
I was like,
trip.
I'm not paying any price to go on this trip.
Well,
Yeah. So I have the chronic illness that anytime I go on a trip, I must buy everything new. Have you heard of that one? It's really devastating. Chronic illness.
you feel like you're like, I have nothing to wear. I'm going on this trip. I have nothing to wear.
I'm like, there's nothing in my closet that goes for the vibe of this trip. I must change my whole personality to fit Mexico. Or like when I spent a summer in Santa Fe singing there, I'd be like, oh, this is not Santa Fe. This does not suit
Santa
the
Fe is its
vibes."
own vibe. We will say that. Like,
Right, like okay, you can
Santa
adjust
Fe,
that.
yeah.
Or like I spent a summer in Utah singing, and it's like okay, that's definitely a different style vibe, right? A lot of like modest fashion, a lot of breezy modest. So anyway, going to Mexico, I'm like, I need colorful things. Where's the red? Where are the chili peppers? You know. So I have been like, yeah, the last like 2 weeks, I feel like I've just been like stocking up on fun things. Like, and also it's like 2 weeks for this production that we're doing. And whenever I'm away for like like a singing trip, I always want to feel like I have artistic things to
That
wear.
makes sense. You're like, I want to look like I'm like the cool performer.
Yeah, it's like you're always riding the edge of like casual but put together because you have to be able to move during rehearsals.
Yeah.
But you want to look chic, and then you also want to look artistic and not too just like cookie cutter. So yeah, but deciding what to pack.
And for like 2 weeks, that's a
2 weeks
decent
is
amount
really
of time.
hard. And yeah, I feel like the last time I went, I got judged for taking like a big suitcase, but I was doing that gig in Mexico, and then we went to Paris. So I was like, I'm packing for 2 trips.
Yeah. It
But-
is. I'm usually the carry-on girl. I usually try so hard. I will like sit on my suitcase just to make it
Yeah, that ain't
close
me.
and be the carry-on.
That ain't me. I'm like, oh, but I really need these 10 different shoes. Though I will say, Sarah will be like, I packed everything in a carry-on. She'd be like, okay, I just need you to take this one pair of shoes for me.
she's right about that.
I'm like, is that cheating?
She's right about that. Yeah.
But that's my out. Like, I'm very excited for this trip, but whoo, I am testing my ability to pack lightly.
There's also that feeling if you're gone for like more a week, you're like, it's fine, whatever. But when you're gone for 2 weeks, it's like, okay, I could like run out of things.
And I want to make sure I have everything to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's a different country and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you got to cover all your bases, and yeah, it's more
And
than
like, what if I get sick and I can't find like this like thing I need? Should I take all my allergy stuff
Yeah.
and blah? And so my
And
brain
then
is
as you
just
get older, you're like, and my face cream, and my eye cream, and my
my
peptide serum,
my red light mask, and I need
and
the
my-
charger for my red light mask, and I need my
Yeah, no, the gadgets. Like when we were younger, and like our mom would always have like her liquids bag would always be like filled to the
And we're
brim.
like, what do you need all that
what's
stuff
in your,
for?
how is it? And now I'm like, I'm the same way. I am the same way. My liquids bag is full.
your liquids need to fit into this tiny little Ziploc bag. I'm like, that ain't happening.
Except the past like 5 times I've flown, no one has made me take out my liquids.
Really?
No one. Not anywhere.
Actually, me either. Now that you say that,
I'm like,
I think that's a lie. Like, I think
is this
that's
a thing? Like they want you to be prepared in case you have to, but
but they're not really going to put you to the test.
so they want you to just be on your toes.
Yeah,
Well, better bring a liquids bag on your trip.
that's
Pack
true.
it up.
Need to. Oh gosh, I need to get some travel size. I left all of my shower stuff, like my nice shampoo and conditioner and razor and stuff, in Boston.
No, you left it all.
I realized I didn't check the shower before I left.
Got to get a new flamingo razor.
I know. And new Scene, right? The shampoo.
Oh, no.
I was so bummed.
Oh, man.
So bummed.
Oh.
So need to stock up. Definitely need
that
to
is a
stock
bummer.
up.
Well-
Yeah, when you're like, oh, my nice products.
Yeah. Oh well.
But
Time to
Need
restock
stock
that
up.
travel section.
Need to stock up.
Since this is our wedding themed week, we're jumping in. Our question was, what is the best part of attending a wedding? Our options were food and drink, dancing, dressing up, and celebrating friends and family.
All right. On the count of 3, you say yours.
What, we're saying what ours is. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Food.
Family.
Okay. All right. All
food
right.
family,
Okay.
food
Wow.
family.
This is the first time we've ever had a difference in our whole life.
I mean, the food is usually like it's fun to go and like have a drink, have some cake, celebrate your family. All
That's
the
true.
above.
I mean, they all complement one another. It's hard. It is hard to choose.
yeah, it is hard to choose.
I say as I'm like, food. No question.
Yeah, I mean, selfishly, like the food and drinks is the best part, and then wholesomely, it's
Especially if there's an open bar and you can just be like, let's just keep the champagne coming. Like, let's have a good time.
Yeah.
You're not paying $15 a cocktail.
Yeah.
Give that bill to somebody else.
I'm not even like a big drinker, but I'll be like, I'll have another champagne.
right. You're like, why not? To keep
yeah.
the taps flowing.
I've always wanted to try a whatever.
Exactly.
I'll try it. Let's do it.
Yeah. You're like a sidecar. Sure. Don't know what's in it. I'll try it. Bee's knees. Yeah.
Ooh, bee's knees. Ooh.
That is
I had a really good bee's knees recently. It was well, your answers were what do you think most of our followers said? What do you think was the category that they said was the best part?
I think our followers are all very wholesome people and very kind. So they probably didn't choose food like me. They probably said like family, friends.
yeah. Okay, so
Am I right?
it was celebrating family and friends was top.
Called it.
And then everything else was very, very close with
Okay.
food and drinks, then dressing up, and then dancing. I guess we're not a group of dancers. We said at the beginning, Lee and I are.
Well, that's until the food and drink get flowing.
That's until the food and drink it.
Then we're like, yeah, let's dance.
Also, at Andrew and my wedding, we had a live band.
Oh, that was so fun. They were great.
So like, yeah, it was like a quartet. And that was one thing we were like, we want live music. Andrew's also, I mean, you guys know, he plays trombone. So we wanted like some brass and like a group.
That
And
was such a good group.
it was like classy dancing. Like I think at first people were like, are we classy dancing? And then like you said, you have a drink. Everyone's like, yeah, let's dance.
Oh,
let's,
I remember that. That was so nice.
Although I do love, a good
Cha-cha slide.
Usher.
Turn around.
Do that stuff. Do that. Do it.
I remember when we first discovered what like line dancing was.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best thing ever. Like
Well,
it gives
they
you the
are.
prescription and you know what to do and
Yeah.
you immediately have the moves and they just say
And
jump
bob,
how many times.
and bob.
Yeah.
And turn and clap.
Yeah, you're like, there's nothing else to figure out. You just you follow the instructions.
Was it the hustle that was like da 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 da? I mean everything. Da, da, da.
I don't know what
Am
it
I
is you're
crazy?
singing, but I'm into it. I don't know what.
It's like you're like grapevine to the side, clap. Grapevine other way.
Oh,
and forward and backward. And
The hustle
then
is
you
like
kick
da,
your
da,
leg.
da, 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 da.
I don't think I've ever danced to that.
Do the hustle.
No hustle, no horror.
We did a horror, didn't we?
We've I don't know.
The food and
We've
drink are
seen
flowing.
one.
We don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know. But we would gladly be at anyone's wedding and just like the paid dancers. Actually, that would be such a fun job to be like, we want people to feel like your job is to stay on the dance floor all night just so no one feels
So that people feel
awkward.
comfortable. That would be
I
an
would do
interesting
it.
gig.
That is the dream. Like, sure, give me a cold bottle of water and I will stay on the dance floor all night, only to break for cake.
Naturally.
So I like it. I like it.
Oh, wedding season is so much fun.
I do enjoy a good dress up. Like I enjoy putting on a cute dress, and there is something about like seeing all the guys all in suits and everything. You're
looking
like,
so
hey,
spiffy.
you. I see that haircut. I see those shoes shine. You
Everyone's
looking
like in their
nice."
best, and yeah, it's just nice. And then it feels even better to like let your hair down at the very end of it,
Ugh.
and then feel like you're getting comfy again. Like you have to have
shoes
the,
off.
Yeah, you have to have the full extremes to
Yeah.
really appreciate
Yep.
the other one.
Like I have been wearing this fancy dress. My feet hurt. I'm sweaty, but I had a great time.
Let's get those flip flops
Let's
out.
get those flip flops out.
The slippers on the dance floor.
Go back up to our hotel room and just conk out.
Maybe order some late night food.
Ooh,
Maybe
yeah.
there's a little like
A little leftover cake, a little leftover cookies. We're like, take it.
I swear one of my favorite memories from my wedding was at the end of the night. We had like a very tiny micro wedding because of COVID.
Which was amazing. That was like a little rooftop in
It was
Detroit. And it was like,
Amazing. It was like we had like 20 people, but they put together their own kind of like elopement package. And whatever this bakery was, it was the most insane cake.
it was
so
delicious.
good. And at the end, Colin and I we had our hotel room. We came back. We like took our fancy stuff off. We're in like our cozy pajamas, sitting in our hotel room, and we just took a fork to like the extra cake and opened our cards with the money, and we were just like, "This is bliss." Like comfy again with my now husband, eating glorious cake and opening all my cash. I was like, "This is great."
See, for our wedding, we used Costco cheesecakes for our cake.
Because Andrew doesn't like
Andrew is
sweet
not
stuff.
a big frosting dude. So we got cheesecake, and I have never gotten more compliments on a cheesecake. Everybody's like, I must know what bakery you got
What
this
bakery,
cheesecake
what
from. I
elite
was like,
bakery?
the bakery of Costco. And it was great.
It was great. It
They
was
just
really
like
good.
decorated ours with a little bit of like flowers. It was great. Like sometimes, all you need, a little cheesecake, a little hustle, a little cute dress.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we said, we got some good wedding themed questions.
Yeah, you guys were all reading each other's minds. Like
Wedding marriage,
season.
So we were like, we're just gonna make it a theme. So starting with our first question. Okay, they said, I just got engaged. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And I'm so excited to start planning my wedding, but also feel totally out of my element since I've never been in a wedding and only have a brother. So I have like no experience.
Oh.
Any fashion or tips for a bride to be?
Well,
It's very open ended. We could share so many
there are lots of
things.
ways. I mean, I guess I'll say it's almost better that you're the bride at this first wedding situation.
Because you can do whatever you want.
That's exactly what I mean, if you say everybody has to wear black and white at your wedding, they're going to wear black and white.
Yeah.
Like you make the
You
rules.
haven't been influenced by so many other
Right. I would say if you're feeling very like lacking inspiration, hit Pinterest. Like just start typing in, you know,
evening wedding, brunch wedding, like just
like
get some-
go kind of generic on maybe the most broad thing you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And then create a couple Pinterest boards of like, colors.
Pinterest.
And just see what you like. Pinterest is like a mecca for inspiration.
Definitely. I remember like trying to decide, I don't even know if it really matters anymore, like wedding colors. Like I remember like, what do I want my wedding colors to be? And I would
I
look
think
up
people
like,
still do that.
yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I haven't been to a wedding in
I
a little
mean,
bit.
I just got married like not even 5 years ago. We did wedding.
I
We
mean,
did wedding
who knows?
colors.
People, but no colors.
I think people still do colors.
But I remember going on Pinterest and being like, best wedding color combinations. Being like, do I want green and white? Do I want blue and green? Do I want pink and purple? You know, there's like so many options. So like Pinterest is the best place to just start getting that inspiration. And then I guess I would say, I mean, from the weddings I've been in and my own wedding, like everybody does something different for bridesmaids and groomsmen. Like
Yeah.
some people, it's like all the same dress. We did all green. Ours was green and white colors, so it was like different shades of green and kind of let the bridesmaids pick the style.
And mine was all the same dress.
Yours was all the same dress. But I've seen that a lot too. Like you could have everybody in the same thing, everybody in kind of different things. Like it's whatever you want as the bride.
yeah.
Like, and at the end of the day, every bride has a different vision of what they want.
Yeah,
So
I-
there's no like, oh, well, that's not how it's done. You know, it's like everybody,
Right.
it's your wedding.
Yeah, I
babe.
think
It's-
like, I
it's
mean, if you
whatever
start
want.
just, how do you see yourself standing there getting like, do you have something that you're like, oh, I've always thought I really want it to be kind of windy and my hair's down. Okay. That sounds like a slightly whimsical vibe. Like,
Yeah.
like, do we go from that and, you know, kind of use that as your inspiration?
Yeah.
Or are you like, I love sunflowers. Like, I have to have sunflowers. And then, okay, maybe that helps you lead to the venue and then
Yeah.
helps lead to
Yeah.
what, you know, like it can all kind of spiral from there.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had friends get married like in a brewery. We've had friends get married at churches. We've had friends backyard, like everywhere. It's your vision. And I think the most important thing is just having people be involved that are going to support your vision. Like whatever it is, they're not going to be like, oh, that's not what I would do. Well, that doesn't matter because it's not your wedding.
Or like, I've always wanted to have a lemon chiffon cake. And you're like, dude, I don't like lemon.
I don't like lemon,
No.
so we're not doing a lemon.
You know what I mean?
chiffon
Like,
cake.
really, you have the benefit of being the bride because you can do whatever you want. You really can.
Yeah. I would say, is there one thing that you would say from your wedding that was like the favorite thing that you did?
Favorite thing that I did?
Like something that you're like, this was something that I would 100% do again, or like something unique that you're like, this was it.
Let me think. Favorite thing that I did? I mean, honestly, I would say if you're in between having like a bigger celebration or a smaller one, I would just keep it small. Like, don't be so influenced by these like larger than life weddings. Sometimes, like, yes, because of COVID, like Colin and I already put most of our deposits and stuff down on our full venue that was going to be like 100 people, and ended up having that on our year anniversary. But if I hadn't put that money down, I would have been so content with the small wedding.
Because
so, like,
you had your small rooftop like wedding ceremony that was just like, we don't want to reschedule our wedding because of COVID.
yeah, we're like, we've been looking forward to September 13th for a year and a half. Like, we want to get married on that date still. And then we just did the year anniversary of doing like a vow renewal and our full dinner party that we had planned.
Yeah.
But I would just say, if in doubt, or even if you're feeling stressed, like, keep it simple, keep it small if you're stuck.
'Cause you're gonna enjoy yourself
at the
more.
end of the night or day or whatever, like, the most important thing, like, there's so many things that are going to happen that you didn't even process.
Oh yeah. No, I seriously, the
guess
night
not-
after, I was like, what even happened?
Oh, yeah.
Was that my wedding?
I guess I do think, for me, writing our own vows, like, we did traditional vows and then we also wrote something, and those
yeah,
are
that
so
was so
special to me,
nice.
that I would say, if you can do that, I think that
If
can
you're a
speak
person
lot.
of words.
If you're, yeah. And that to me was one of the most special moments of my life. Like, I remember thinking, wow, I've never looked into Colin's eyes for so long.
Stare into
Like,
your
it was
soul.
really special. But yeah, good luck. You're gonna
Yeah.
have so much fun.
One thing Andrew and I did that is like my favorite thing to the date is we wrote each other a letter beforehand, and we did like a blind just back to back. We didn't do a first look. We just did back to back reading of each other's letters.
And you had a photographer.
And we had a photographer
to take a picture of that. Which was so,
and it was
that
just-
picture was so beautiful.
It was so nice to still be able to like be there with each other before the ceremony, have a moment together, but not like, I wanted Andrew to see me for the first time walking down the aisle. And so we still got our moment and still had our like little letter private moment, and then still
you still had the
had the
special
big,
moment too.
like walking down the aisle. So that was something we did that I would 100% do again.
And at Sarah's wedding, we had it at the church that we had sung at as section leaders, like in college. And she had all these people that were special, like, take part in the wedding. So, like, I conducted, Colin played trombone. The
choir,
the
the
church
church
choir
choir
that we sang at Sang, which was so cute.
Yeah, it was a musical experience.
Like,
It was-
like, you find a way to incorporate people.
and things that you love.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it, no stopping it.
You guys, I'm just laughing because I've been reading our questions off of my phone, and my Leah's phone unlocks for my face.
We know all of each other's secrets because we can just get into each other's phones at any time.
Nothing is hidden from me.
All right, hit us with the next question.
All right, next question. Oh, this is a good one. Curious, how did you both get engaged? Was it the same since you're twins? Yes, our husbands proposed to us on the same day in the same place. just
Crazy.
a year- No, totally joking.
Well, I would say before Andrew proposed to you, he did send me ring options, saying that and being Andrew, he's a man of little words, that he was just kind of like, here's some ring options, and I'm like, and then
Leah did so well not telling me anything. I knew nothing. Like, I
I'm
had zero
so
clue.
bad at keeping secrets, especially from Sarah.
Zero clue.
But that was my one thing. I'm like, Leah, if you've ever acted anything in your life, you better act this up. Like you have no idea what's going to happen. You're not suspecting anything.
So yeah, Andrew proposed on our 5-year dating anniversary. And I was not expecting it. Like, I kept asking him, what are we going to do to celebrate like our 5-year anniversary? And he was being very like aloof, just kind of like, oh, I don't know. Like, I thought maybe we could like go out to dinner or something. And I was like, okay. So
That doesn't sound like special enough.
Doesn't sound very special. So I had made him a photo album that I had to like go get printed.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was like, okay, I gotta go get your gift. I will be back in half an hour, whatever. So I went to the store, and then I came back and he wasn't there. And I was like, where'd you go? I had texted him, and he was like, oh, I ran out to get something.
Unappreciative.
I think I left my wallet in my bedside table. Can you go check that for me? I was like, okay. So I go in his bedside table, and the only thing in there was, it said like Sarah's like anniversary adventure, like start here. It's like a paper, and I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, and
You're like, this is better than dinner.
and so I opened it, and it was Andrew, I love the man. This was like the most romantic thing that's ever happened. He did a scavenger hunt around town, left notes at places like parks, and even like at certain shops that we loved. And he gave them to like the store person. So I walk in and I'd be like, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm supposed to get a note here." And they'd be like, "Happy anniversary." And they'd like hand me the note. I was like, "Oh my God."
That took a lot of planning.
Like he had to go out like for a whole day and just hit all these spots, give them the notes
and write the notes.
And being Andrew, there was like, "If this note is not there, please open emergency envelope number 2." Like he thought of everything. And I am
man is
running
amazing.
around. It was December. I was running around like I felt like Cameron Diaz in The Holiday. Just running through the snow. I was like, I think this is something special. I was like, and I remember calling Leah and being like, this is a lot of work for just like an anniversary gift. Do you think he's going to propose?
And I was like, dude, like, I don't want you to get your hopes up and then be disappointed. So just like enjoy what it is. It's like a beautiful gift.
Leah
but
was
like,
so good
don't
at playing
like
it
don't
off.
ruin this by hoping it's something that it might not be. Like just enjoy the moment. And then she hangs up and I'm like,
And I was like, no, you're totally right. You're totally right. So then at the end of the scavenger hunt in Grand Rapids, there's a place called Meyer Gardens. And so it was he was there and proposed to me in the little Japanese garden there.
So
And I was
romantic.
like, oh my God. So it was the most romantic. And every envelope, every part of the scavenger hunt was where he left it. And it was...
it was like little treats inside the envelopes too.
It
Like
was
get
like,
yourself a special.
This place has been so special where we'd come and like get a board game to hang out, like get a new board game for us to play. Or that was like, we love going to this bakery, like use the $5 inside this envelope to get yourself a little treat.
So thoughtful. That was so thoughtful.
It was so well thought out, so romantic. So that was my proposal story. And Andrew had told our mom, and I did call her on the journey, and she was like, "Oh wow, that sounds really exciting." I was like,
Mama Scoop is a bad
She was
pretender.
a bad pretender. So I was like, "Mom, I'm going to hang up before you ruin the surprise." And that was like right before the end of our scavenger hunt. And I was like, I think he's going to propose. So I was very excited.
Well, my proposal story is exactly the same. No, I'm just kidding. Andrew wrote me notes around town. No, so when Colin proposed to me, so I was away for 3 months in Colorado, singing for a company there. And so Colin, like we planned 2 times that he was going to come out while I was on this gig. So he came, like I knew the dates that he was coming or whatever. And it was a very small town in Colorado that basically was just this opera house. But a lot of things that people did was like go on hikes. Mm-hmm. And you know, when you're sort of gone for these gigs, you're at the mercy of these companies because I mean, they're just like, we've hired you for the summer. You're coming to rehearsal. You're available for
nothing
us.
else to do.
Nothing else to do. And so I wouldn't know what my schedule was for the next day until 10 p.m. the night before. They would post
insane.
a paper that had it all typed out, the schedule on a bulletin board at outside of the rehearsal center. So I was just like, you know, I can't make plans, but this is going to be super, like, you know, you'll be here, so it'll be fun. And so Colin kept saying, and he, you know, he's kind of outdoorsy guy, kept on saying, I really want to plan a hike. Like, let's plan a hike. I'm like, yeah, we'll definitely hike. We'll definitely hike, babe. That'll be great. But he could not stop talking about it. He was there for a week or something. And he kept on bringing up, oh, is there a time that we could plan, you know, what's your schedule like tomorrow? Could we plan this hike? And I kept having to remind him, remember, like, I don't know what my schedule is. Like, I know I probably will have rehearsal from 10 to 10. Like, that's just the way it works. And then he kept asking again. I remember we were at,
Like, what?
I had like the morning off miraculously, and we went to get brunch and waiting for our pancakes. And he brings up the hike again. And I
really wanna go on this
I lost my mind. I thought he was going to break up with me. I was like, you know what? You seem like really you seem really distracted this whole week, and all you can keep talking about is this hike. Like, I just want to go on a hike. I was like, I just feel like you're not even happy to be here seeing me, and all you want to do is go hike. So, like I said, the only time I know I'm available is before 9 a.m. So we can just plan to go hiking at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. That's the only time I can promise you. No, I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to come back and eat my pancakes. And I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and was crying. I was literally like, he's going to break up with me. He doesn't even want to be here. Like, he's just not happy.
Meanwhile,
I find out this later that Colin he wanted to propose on this hike. And so he told me later, he's like, you went to the bathroom and I just face planted on the table outside. And I'm just like,
he's like, this is not
the way that I was planning
trying
this.
to do.
So I come back, we eat our pancakes. And I was like, okay, 4 a.m. tomorrow. We'll plan to hike. Like, the hike. Quote, quote, I'm just like, with disdain. So we're like, it'll be a sunrise hike. The only thing that gave me like a weird suspicion was that Colin kept saying, because he's a beer drinker, he kept saying, oh, maybe we should get some wine or some champagne or something. And I was like, champagne? Like, you don't drink champagne? What? That's weird. I was like, yeah, maybe we can get a beer or something to like have on the top of the hike at 4 a.m. The hike. And so we get up, we go. It was actually like on a glacier. It was super cool. I mean, Colorado was so beautiful. So we get up, we're hiking. Colin says something like, oh, look over there. Like, it's so beautiful. I turn around and I turn back and he's like kneeling.
You're like, oh my God,
and
you didn't want to break up with me.
I was like, what? And so that was a great proposal, and now hilarious to look back.
Oh my gosh, I'd be like,
and I was like, I was like, this is why you've been so weird all week. And he's like, I was so nervous. And I just really wanted to like be able to plan something, but I was like kind of stuck in limbo land. So very, very cute. And then we had the whole next couple days, I guess, to like celebrate together before he left. And then we kept planning. But the ring was like way too big because we have baby fingers.
Oh yeah, baby fingers.
And so they're like, oh, you'll have to have her come in and like get it sized.
Like, but I want to wear it now.
So it was like huge, and I would just like keep my fingers locked and be like, it's beautiful.
Don't lose it.
Don't lose it. But yeah, that's our engagement story.
Get on my level.
Our last question. Should I give up on getting married? I'm 36 and all my friends from high school and college are married, and many even have kids at this point. I've been in relationships in my 30s, but none of them ended up being the one. For the most part, I enjoy being independent and getting to do things I love, but I've always imagined myself having a partner and kids one day. I've started to feel the pressure of my biological clock ticking away. I wonder if I should just embrace the possibility of never getting married. Well, that's all they said. Well, 36. Girl, you are young.
Spring chicken.
You have so much life to live. 36.
I mean,
I feel like it's an American thing recently where people are getting married younger now, because I feel like for a while, everybody wasn't even like starting to think about getting married until they're in their 30s. And like, if you go to Europe,
nobody gets married until their late 30s.
People are like 32 and they're like, I don't know, I might live with my boyfriend soon. Like, no one.
They're still living at home.
Still living at home.
It's like an unrealistic expectation that we've somehow like constructed, that if you're not married by the time you're 30, like, wow, what are you doing? It's like being back in like Jane Austen time.
Yeah, they're like, she's what's the name for like the old people? Spinster.
Spinster, yes. Spinster. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Which
no,
is totally not the case. We know so many of our friends that have gotten married late 30s, 40s. Like, there is no, if there's one thing, there is no timeline on finding the right person.
And there's no reason to try and push it or force it, because then who knows, like maybe you settle for somebody and then you're like, this is not,
and they're not the one, because like, it's not the right time for you. I'd
also say like the perspective of the possibility, should I give up on finding my person? I think find ways to like, you're always going to have yourself.
You're
right?
always going to have yourself.
So there really isn't any giving up on trying to find a person. But I think finding ways to be happy with the time that is just you. Like, even, you know, you could get married and lose your partner quite
true.
soon after. And it's not that you've never found your person, but I think
You could end up being alone even if you find a partner really young.
no
Doesn't
matter,
mean you've got it set for life.
yeah, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, I think the most important goal is knowing no matter what, I love being with myself.
And often I've heard like people say they find the one when they're least expecting it. When they feel like I'm happy with who I am, I'm accepting of like my
People
life right
feed
now.
off that energy like crazy too.
But what is it about society where it really does make you feel like if I'm not married and I don't have kids by the time I'm like 30, 32, that like the timeline is done. Like there feels like there is a pressure, especially as a women, like the biological clock ticking, definitely something that like you feel.
Yeah.
And I would say, I mean, you can always freeze your eggs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
always
Like,
freeze your eggs,
step
girl.
one, if you're feeling worried, freeze your eggs. Okay, that takes that stress off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Step
Not
two.
that we know a lot about that. We are not doctors.
No. I'm like, freeze your eggs. Like, as if I just go to the grocery store and be like, pop them in. But, you know, I would say, like, yeah, freeze your eggs. If that's something that's a concern to you that, you know, puts that unnecessary pressure on you. And I would just say, if like, I'm not saying if you're looking for companionship that not looking is maybe the best tactic, but find ways to put yourself in new situations where you might meet somebody.
Yeah.
So like if you know there's like
Trivia night.
yeah, exactly, trivia night. Go sit at a cafe during the day or like, you know, on the weekend.
That's a good idea.
And force yourself to
Be in new
be in new spaces,
around
chat
new
with the
people.
bartenders, or baristas, or talk to the person sitting next to you.
Yeah.
You know, go to a place and get dinner and sit and get an appetizer and just say a quick little something to the person next to you. Maybe it's like those little moments that you can connect that I think you can meet more people than you might know. Or if you have a friend that is part of a book club, be
Yeah.
like, hey, can I join your book club? Or you know, take a cooking class. Like find ways to put yourself just in new situations. The worst thing that's going to happen is you maybe don't hit it off with somebody, but you have a fun night.
Yeah. And I mean, I know a lot of people have had success through dating apps, but like if that's not your vibe, like Leah said, there's so many in person, like whether you're volunteering with a group or you ask your friends, hey, okay, who do we think would be good compatible? But your timeline is your timeline.
Yeah.
And I don't think giving up on anything is ever the right answer. Like always leaving yourself
unnecessary.
open or not necessary. Like seriously, 36 is young, and you would not want to feel like you're just settling for any old person. Like you said, you dated in your 30s, but they're not the one. And you know that you're not going to settle for somebody. You don't want to just settle to say, well, I'm married. I have kids now, but not be 100%.
And I do think sometimes,
life.
like, as you get older too, like you start getting more secure in yourself and you're like, it
You
takes
know
a
what you
really
want.
special person to like come into my inner sanctum.
Yeah.
Or like to be in this special space. Like, I love spending time by myself. It's going to take a
Absolutely.
special person to make me open that up too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it sounds like you're someone that really knows your mind. And I would say don't give up. Like there is so much life left to be lived, so many more experiences. And
We don't give up.
no.
That's
Don't
not even
give
an
up.
option.
Don't give up on love.
Yeah.
36, you have so much. You're gonna find
Oh my
find
gosh.
Mr. Right and
Yes.
have a great life.
Amen to
But
that.
that is a hard one. Like when you see your friends doing things, and I mean, we've talked about like the twin comparison. When you're seeing people that you've walked alongside life with, maybe going through things faster than you, you start to wonder: am
I doing it
Am I falling
wrong?
behind? Am I doing things wrong? But everybody's path is different, and you're gonna have an amazing one. You have an amazing one.
Yeah,
right now.
Colin always uses the term, you're very zoomed in, zoom out. Zoom out a little bit and, you know, see the good things that are going for you, see the things that you love about your life as like living independently.
Yeah.
And enjoy that bubble while it lasts because who knows, the next date you go on could be your last.
Could be the last.
Yeah. So soak up those moments while you can too.
Yeah. Thank you guys all for submitting such great questions. And again, if you want to be featured on next week's episode of The Inside Scoop, message us on Instagram, send us a DM to The Inside Scoop Podcast, and we'll be reading through those and answering them on our next episode.
Can't wait to chat with you next week.
Bye, friends. Bye.